Hello everybody, Galarian Sangvi here. Welcome to the next episode. Let's finally go through the door. And see if we can help Damani. Oh, sorry, just a little distracted. Well, he came in here. Seems to be no sign of him. Or the dragon. Let's go to this platform. The subterranean lava dragon Volvagia, which I feel very sorry for if you've read the manga. Yeah, fly around, look all fancy. So I mentioned the manga. Legend of Zelda, the majority of the Zelda games got a manga annotation. Not Skyward Sword. I don't know why I didn't get hit by the hammer. Be careful not to be hit by the hair. The hammer should stun it and then just stab it with your sword. So anyway, Ocarina of Time I believe was the first to get a manga. It was a two-part manga. The two-part manga books. Okay. Just keep your shield out. Volvagia will chase you and he moves faster than you. If you hold your shield out, he'll just circle around you and can't do a thing towards you. But anyway, yeah, Ocarina of Time got a manga. And when we get to the adult Link portions of the manga, the fight against Volvagia is much more different. For starters, it is not in the Fire Temple. It is not even in this room. It is up above in Goron City. Volvagia is attacking Goron City. What makes Volvagia feel very sad, and I feel very sorry for this character, which, oh, by the way, if it's doing this, going up the ceiling, a tip I can do is hang here. You don't know it, but you can actually hold on to this. You cannot be hit by any of the boulders. Boulders if you're here. But anyway. But yeah, in the manga, Link goes to Goron City, and he's very hesitant about fighting Volvagia. And it shows its reasons why, because Link met Volvagia when it was a baby dragon back when he was back as young Link. Which also, don't be fooled by the fake outs. Wow, the bomb actually hurt it. And I need to drink this red potion. So yeah, anyway. So Link meets Volvagia as a baby dragon. He finds it in Hyrule Castle Town and buys him. Or her. Is the gender of Volvagia ever been mentioned? I can't remember if it's a he or she. I'm gonna go for he, because I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyway. So Link buys it from the Castle Town shop, and he plays with it. He becomes close friends with Volvagia. Then near the end of the little flashback sequence, Link leaves Volvagia at Death Mountain, believing it would be a more proper home for Volvagia, and where Volvagia would be safe from his travels. When Link becomes an adult, apparently Ganondorf found out about that little relationship between Link and Volvagia, and decided to use Volvagia as a weapon against Link by corrupting Volvagia and making it go absolutely mindless and out of control, and attack the Gorons. Link, at the end of this particular chapter of the manga, he had no choice but to kill Volvagia. And the way he does it is actually really gruesome, if I remember correctly. I believe he decapitates Volvagia, if I remember correctly. So he decapitates Volvagia, which saves the Gorons from Volvagia's attack. But just before Volvagia fully dies, Volvagia comes back to his senses and just barely makes out Link's name before dying, which is really sad and upsetting if you read the manga of this character. It's like, wow, I can't believe the manga has made me actually feel the emotion for any of these bosses. It's definitely a very interesting idea, and I'm sad to say it's not canon. The mangas are not canon, even though the mangas do a good job at expanding certain backstories to certain characters and introducing certain plot lines to some side quests. Oh, no, this isn't the Boulder one. Yeah, so it is definitely an interesting read. If you could ever find a copy of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time manga, give it a read. If you want to see the Volvagia bit that I mentioned, it's in part 1 of the manga. But yeah, I would highly, highly recommend it. And if you can find and give that manga a read, it is definitely a good read. The one I want to read right now is the Twilight Princess manga, and that's in 4 parts, so I'm going to collect them all so that way I can read it. And just as I finished talking about the manga, Volvagia dies. You fly around spastically as you burn. Like right here, I think actually it's very similar to its death right here. The head comes down and the mouth opens. Kind of like that. In the manga, Volvagia barely says Link's name before dying. Which, by the way, I might add it was crying as well, is something I should have added. But yeah, definitely an interesting read. Which greatly angered Link, because Link was left with no choice but to kill a very close friend of his, which, in a way, Ganondorf won that fight, because either or, if Volvagia killed Link, then Ganondorf would win, because, well, it's Link's out of his hair, and if Link killed Volvagia, at least he was able to get a stab off Link, so definitely an interesting read. Anyway, let's go and see who the sage is, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate what you did. I thank you on behalf of the entire Goron race. You turned out to be a real man, just as I thought you would. By the way, I, the wild Darunia, turned out to be the great sage of fire. Isn't that funny, brother? Well, this must be what they call destiny. Nothing has made me happier than helping you seal the evil here. Hey brother, take this. This is the medallion that contains the power of fire spirits and my friendship. We receive the fire medallion. Darunia awakens as a sage and adds his powers to yours. Don't forget, now you and I are true brothers.